Welcome back to Las Vegas. It's Alex Belfield in Sin City, talking to the stars of the biggest shows and the most traditional shows as well. And one of my favourites is the gorgeous Jubilee show, which is on at Bally's, which is right in the centre of the boulevard. And one of the big stars is Brooke. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
I think you're delicious to start with. Let me tell you that. You have eyelashes like I dream of. I'd quite like those. I think I'd get some strange looks.
Yes, I think maybe for Halloween you could wear them.
What a good idea. What a good idea. Here we are then in Showbiz Towers in the Feather Room, which is full of...
Full of our finale costumes. So we're surrounded by blue and green feathers, Swarovski rhinestones. We've got black feathers, yellow feathers, pink feathers, orange feathers, all kinds of feathers.
This really is camper than a Christmas tree, this room, isn't it? For those who don't know, Jubilee really is one of the most traditional of all the shows. And if you come to Las Vegas, you should see it because it takes you back to better times when it was about the Showgirls and it was about true historical Vegas. And of course, these fabulous costumes, which must cost a fortune.
Yes, Jubilee has been running since 1981, so it's actually older than I am, and I'm one of the lead dancers in the show now. But we've lasted that long because we are the epitome of glamorous Las Vegas. Like you said, we're a tradition that was brought here by Don Arden, who began our show, and we're the last one standing here. So we're the last show of this caliber that you're going to see in Las Vegas.
I think a few years ago I saw a show at the Tropicana which closed down, and it was sad because these really should be here forever. I mean, this is a side of Vegas that is so synonymous around the world, the feathers and the glamour, and of course the look of the girls that are in the show. And you're very specific, aren't you? I mean, you have to be a certain height, a certain weight, a certain style, a certain look. Delicious and divine, of course.
Yes, of course. We have 85 performers in the show. Actually, our company manager is headed to New York to audition right now, so every 6 months we have to re-audition for the show. They're very particular on what they're looking for. The females in the show have to be at least 5'8", and the males have to be at least 6 foot tall. And part of that is because we have such humongous costumes that we wear, and our stage is huge. So if you had someone shorter with this huge costume, they would just be taken in by the costume. We have to be able to stand there and present the costumes that they give us.
I don't want to be too personal, but I always worry about your back. They look so heavy, these costumes, and they really are, aren't they? I mean, they're beautifully made. They're not all facade. They are proper stage costumes.
Yes, our costumes are made with proper Swarovski crystals, which are very heavy, unfortunately, and often have to have metal casings to hold them. So the costumes do get really heavy. Our heaviest headpiece weighs about 25 pounds. So like you said, our backs kind of take a toll, but luckily we're all trained dancers. We've had ballet training, tap, jazz. So I think we've grown accustomed to holding our bodies a specific way to hold the weight of the costume.
What is your life like? Do you wake up in the morning and start training and then have something like a piece of lettuce and then train and then have another piece of lettuce and train again and then come and do 2 shows? What is your day like?
Thankfully, that's not what my day is like. Actually, we all have pretty normal lives here because a lot of us have been here for a while. We've made Las Vegas our home. Some of us have children, husbands, families, other jobs. Some go to school. So me, myself, I'm a real estate agent during the day, and then I come do the show at night. So we have a wide variety of people in the show.
You need to do that to keep a certain level of reality, because this Las Vegas is a facade. It's an artifice. It was created from nothing. If you get carried away in the nonsense of it, you could end up bonkers, couldn't you?
Yes, definitely. People wonder what the life of a showgirl is like. They think it's all partying and crazy. Like we come here, we're glamorous in the show, we go to the clubs afterwards. Well, it's not quite that way, but we still do get to have a bit of the Las Vegas glamour every single night, since we get to wear the costumes, and it's an amazing thing to be a part of here in Las Vegas.
And it's hard work. I mean, you're doing 2 shows a night. These are 90-minute shows. You've got to be here early to rehearse and train and all that stuff. So you're a businesswoman by day, you're a showgirl by night. Which do you enjoy the most? I mean, which is the dream life? Because, I mean, the business side could make you a fortune.
Oh, I enjoy them both, actually. My business side, of course, keeps my brain engaged, and then my showgirl side keeps my body engaged. So, you know, I get to still have the smarts, and then I keep my body in shape while I'm at it. So.
I love that. You've still got the smarts. That's a great line. And in terms of your physicality, they can be quite mean. This is show business. They won't hold their punches. If you get fat, they're going to tell you you're getting fat and you have to lose the weight. If not, you're off the show. Is there a huge pressure to stay slim? Because, I mean, there's lovely buffets all around here.
Yeah, there's definitely the pressure to stay, maybe not slim, I wouldn't say, womanly. They do like curves here, but not too many curves. So I think there's a lot of showgirls that just began their 2013 diet because we ourselves have to audition on January 21st. We have to re-audition for our positions. So I think the diets just maybe began again. We have to put on a bra and a G and walk across the stage and say our names in front of our bosses. So yeah, we definitely are aware of our bodies and what they need to look like for the show.
How intimidating is that? I mean, you're talking to an ugly guy, a ginger guy, a guy who's never been looked at in awe. Of course, that's what we're doing with you. You're in this show because you're gorgeous, and you truly are. If they reject you, it's some sort of affirmation that you're not as cute as you used to be, isn't it? It could be heartbreaking.
Yes, I do like to not remind them of my birthdays here at Jubilee, but luckily with the age comes the experience and the better performance. So I've been in the show for 8 years now, and so they do know how old I was when I got here. But I think that you just, you know, every performer worries about the pressure of being perfect and have the perfect body and the perfect performance, but you just got to do what you can to keep yourself in the game. Really. And there's 20-year-olds coming up behind you, just can't wait to get your spot. But but you have to show them that you're still here and they still want you.
Well, and they haven't got your eyes, your beauty, your talent, and your business acumen either, have they? So, I mean, they can do one, really. I mean, you're fine as you are. Good luck with your auditions coming up later this month. So you've got to re-audition again, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Every 6 months.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And how do you feel at this point? I mean, I've done the worst thing, come and talk to you in between two shows. Your final show, getting close to the end of the week. Are you exhausted? Are you looking forward to it? Or are you still buzzing from the last show?
Oh, always exhausted by the end of the week. And when you come in the first day of the week, you think, how am I going to get through this? It's so physically challenging. But the great part is that you get to look out in the audience and see someone who's so excited to be here and so happy to look up and see a girl covered in rhinestones and feathers, something that they haven't seen anywhere else. So it's definitely a treat at the end of the night when we have the audience applauding for our performance. It's
very rare that you can say a show is the best or a show you must see, but this is one that you must see because of the history of it and the fact that it's been here so long, and it really is the last of the true historical original Vegas productions, isn't it? So to be in it is a great tribute to you and your talent. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, Brooke. And I'm going to try on a few of these feather boas. I think they're marvellous.
Thank you so much for
that okay? Do I need to audition or can I just put one on?
Oh, well, I don't know if you look too good in that hat there.
Thanks, Brooke. We're here at Bally's Casino in Las Vegas for the brilliant Jubilee. It's on twice nightly, and you can come and see Brooke and the rest of the 1,000 stars, aren't they? How many did you say were in the cast?
85 performers.
85. Magnificent. I'm looking forward to seeing you in about half an hour. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.